So, before starting a Bhagavad Gita, today chapter number 70, I welcome all the devotee to today's class. So, we shall start with Mangalacharan first. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakhya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manoabhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadavaitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Shute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhavevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshitarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I'll just share the screen. Okay. So today it's chapter number 17, division of faith. Okay. So yesterday our last chapter we have seen the Daivik Gun and the Asuric Gun. Okay. So some people have faith in the fully in the Shastra. Some people have faith totally nothing, no faith on the Shastra. So two extremes. One who has faith on the Shastra, one doesn't have faith in the Shastra. Now Arjuna is asking this chapter, what is that type of faith where people are not following the Shastra, but they are not against the Shastra also? Means they are following something according to their own thinking. Okay, they are devising their own faith based on the based on their thinking. Okay, so which type of people those are? So division of faith we are going to see. Okay, so Krishna described that faith is also dictated by the mode of nature. One who doesn't follow the Shastra and one who follows the Shastra. In between, there are people whose faith is divided according to the modes they are coming in contact with. We as a human being, okay, we as a living soul, living being as a soul, when we are not tainted with any of the mode, but when we come under this material world, we are in contact with the outside, we are in contact with the material nature. Everywhere material nature is there, and we acquire mode according to nature we contact with. Okay, so when a person is in contact with the mode of goodness, he acquires the qualities in the mode of goodness. Person who acquires the quality in the mode of passion, some person acquire the quality in the mode of ignorance. It depends on the contact with whom we are contacting. Okay, and it is very important that we can change our mode depend on the contact. Okay, just like that. So if there is a spider web is there, when a fly come into the spider web, okay, till the time he is not in contact with the spider web, he is free. Okay, and when he comes into the contact with the spider web, he got caught. Okay, so now he's entangled. So like that, human beings are like living beings are free. They're free, but when they come in contact with the material nature, now they become conditioned, bound. Okay, and these three modes are binding them. Okay, and how much we try to de-entangle us, we entangle us more in this material world. Okay, so that is the three modes. That is the material nature, how the jiva comes into the contact. So we are going to see the division of faith, how the faith is divided. Okay, so Shraddha Tai Vibhagyo, the Shraddha or the faith, how the faith is divided into three modes, we are going to see. Today, chapter Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 17. So before starting, we pay our humble obeisances into the lotus feet of Radha Govind. Okay. And we pray our humble obeisances into the lotus feet of uh, His Grace, His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, so that his teachings of Bhagavad Gita, and by his mercy, so we beg for his mercy, so that his teachings we can understand and we can apply in our life. Okay. 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 Is my screen changing, Mataji? Chapter 16 section, this page is there?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So last chapter we have seen ABC. Okay. This sloka number 1 to 6, transcendental and demoniac quality, divine and demoniac quality. The person who follows the Shastra, divine. The person who doesn't follow the Shastra, demoniac. Then in detail, we have seen the demoniac nature, 6, 7 to 20. Okay. How the demoniac attitude, what is their engagement, how they are thinking. Okay. So those things in detail we have seen. And at last, we have seen the 3 gates to hell. Okay. 3 gates to hell are Kam, Krodh, and Lobha. So these 3 gates of hell are there. So person is sane person, so leave these gates immediately and try to do services on the modes of on the divine platform. Okay, so that thing we have seen the 16th chapter, the divine and demonic quality, many quality we have discussed. Okay, so now we are going to see chapter number 17. That is so there are 6 groups are there, sections are there, but very small. Chapter is very small. Okay, like 28 slokas are there. So let's see how much we can finish today. If we cannot finish, we'll take tomorrow. Okay, like that. So 17.1 to 7, we are going to see one's mode determine one's activity, faith, and worship in the mode. Okay, so the faith is also divided according to the modes if the person is not following the Shastra. Then 8 to 10, we are going to see food in the mode, how our food should be. Then 11 to 13, we will see sacrifices in the mode. Then 14 to 19, austerity, 20 to 22, charity, and 23 to 28, the conclusion, Om Tat Sat. So we are going to see the faith, we are going to see the food, sacrifice, austerity, and charity. These things comprises the faith. Okay, so how the faith is there of a person who is dictated by the modes. Okay, so we are going to see these things under the 3 modes. Okay, so let's start section number. So that is synopsis. In chapter number 16, explain the divine quality and elevates one to the on the tree and leads ultimately to liberation. So ultimately, the person divine quality will take up, pious activity will take up, and then ultimately liberation. Okay. Chapter 16 also explains the demoniac quality and mentality which derives one to lower on the tree and ultimately to hell. So this side, person is doing wrong activity, he will fall. So this is the way. Impious activity fall, pious activity elevation. Chapter 16, Krishna also establishes that faithful followers Shastra divine and faithless are demoniac. So divine and demoniac, Krishna told. So now we are going to see the people who are in between. Okay. But in which category does a man fit who follow the faith something other than Shastra? Is he in goodness, passion, and ignorance? Where is he situated in the banyan tree? Okay. So something other than that, the Shastra, his aim is. Okay, like that. So one's mode determine one's activity, faith, and worship in the mode. So actually, if a person is not following the Shastra or following the Shastra, okay, these are the extreme. In between, the person will fall according to the modes, according to the nature. Okay, so let's see. the section A, Arjuna is asking. Arjuna said, "Oh Krishna, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of his scripture but worship according to his own imagination? Is he in goodness, passion, or in ignorance?" Some people, they will devise their own type of faith, like Scientology, flying spaghetti monster, different type of concepts of their faith concepts. Okay, so this is due to their own imagination. Many people, they will find that they are worshipping the actors, they are worshipping the cricketers, they're making the temples of the actors, create cricketers. So which mode they are in? Okay, they are not written in Shastra, or they are not going against the Shastra also. Okay, which mode they are in? Okay, so that Krishna is going to describe. That is Arjuna's question. So they are not following the Shastra, or they are not completely following, and not following the Shastra. So following, not following. So that is described in chapter 16, divine and demoniac. The person who follows the Shastra, divine; the person who doesn't follow is demoniac. So in between, the people who are following due to their own imagination. Okay, so let's see. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Yes, Mataji.
Screen is not moved, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, screen
okay.
not yet.
Now it moves. Yeah. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Trividha Bhavati Shraddha Dehinam Sa Swabhavaja Satviki Rajasi Chaiva Tamasi Cheti Tam Shrinu.
Okay, so that was the first and the second. So we are going to see the intermediate category, who are falling in the intermediate category. So the Supreme Lord said, according to the modes of nature acquired by the embodied soul, one's faith can be of three kinds: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Now hear about these. Okay, so actually, a person's faith also dictated by the three modes. And the three modes, how we acquire the three modes? According to our past karma. Okay, so past karma influences our faith also. Okay, so the basis of acquiring the mode, of which mode we'll acquire, is based on the past karma. Okay, so that is the thing, that the past karma, it dictates our modes, and modes will dictate our faith also. Okay. So let's see the three goodness, passion, ignorance. About the goodness, passion, ignorance. O son of Bharat, according to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith. The living entity is said to be a particular faith according to the modes he acquired. What mode we acquire, according to that, living entity is divided. O son of Bharata, according to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a various kind of faith. If a person is in the mode of goodness, his faith, he will acquire faith which is there in the mode of goodness. Passion, like that. Ignorance, like that. Okay, so all the three modes are causing the person to choose the different modes. Okay, so that is the thing. So now we are going to see the modes. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yajante Satvika Devan Yakshatrakshansi Rajasaha Pretan Bhutan Ganam Stani Yajante Tamasa Janaha.
So Yajante Satvika Devan. So the person who are in Satvik mode, they will worship the Deva, demigods. Yaksha Rakshamsi Rajasa. The person who are in the Rajasik mode, they will worship the Yaksha and Rakshasa. And Pret and Bhutgana. Pret Bhutgana. So Pret and Bhutgana will worship the people who are in Tamasajana. They are which are in the mode of Tamoguni. So mode of goodness, they will worship the demigods. Modes of passion, they will worship the demon. Modes of ignorance, they will worship the ghost and spirit. Okay. So the topmost in the 16th chapter, topmost are the divine quality. They will worship the Lord. And these three will be the intermediate, and lowest is the atheist. He is not worshipping anything. Okay, so like that. So the three are there. Goodness, like the demigods, like the many demigods are there. Brahmaji is there, Indra, sun god. Okay, so many are there. So that is called in the mode of goodness. mode of passion, they will worship the demigods and not the demons. Okay, like if you see Hitler, Hitler was like human person, and he was like a demoniac person. He was actually worshipped. A man worshipping Hitler during the Second World War. If you read the purport, you will find that Prabhupada gives the example. Even a person is worshipping Hitler during the Second World War. A person was worshipping that. So that is called in the mode of passion. Ignorance, ignorance like um, ghost and spirit. They're worshipping like that. So if you go to village, there are many people are there. They are worshipping the ghost spirit. Okay, so like that, there is still it's there. So that is called mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Three modes are there. Those who undergo severe austerity and penances not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride, egotism, lust, and attachment, who are impelled by the passion and who torture their bodily organ as well as super soul dwelling within, are to be known as demon. Again, Krishna is telling about the demon here. Those who undergo severe austerity and penances not recommended in scriptures. So scriptures doesn't recommend so many things, and people are devising their own way, make a severe austerity out of their own way. Okay, this type of severe austerity will do, and penances. Okay, like that. Ravan, the example of Ravan is there. When Ravan was doing like penances and austerity to Lord Shiva, he was cutting his head. He had ultimate head, and he was cutting the head like that, and he was offering to Lord Shiva. Different austerity and penance is not recommended in Shastra. They're performing out of, and the performance is out of pride, egotism, lust, and attachment. He was not doing to make Lord Shiva happy. He was doing it to get something return. Okay, what he wanted, it is there in his mind before that only. So before doing the austerity, he has in mind what he wants in the return. Before going to temple, we have the thing. Okay, we want this. Okay, we will ask this from the Lord. Okay, like that. Okay, so that is the something we want in the return. Performing it out of pride, egotism, lust, and attachment, who are impelled by the passion and who torture their bodily organ as well as super soul dwelling within, are to be known as demons. Torturing their body. You see, these type of austerity people are doing. Their head is inside the earth. How they are breathing, very difficult. This one, how they are breathing, very difficult. This body is fully converted to like ants. They are making the ant hill. Okay, severe austerity due to their pride, egotism. Okay, they wanted to. This is Hiranyakashipu. He wanted to be like. No death there should be there in he should not die like that. Okay, Amar, it's called Amrit. Amar, he wanted to be Amar. So, and he was doing severe austerity for that. They are torturing their body, torturing their soul, and torturing the super soul which is there within. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am.
Aharastvapi sarvasya trivido bhavati priyaha yajnastapastatha danam tesham vedam imam shrinu. Hare Krishna.
So how we can know that which mode a person is? Okay, by seeing these things, how the person's food is, how the person is doing the sacrifice, austerity, and charity, how these things are the person is doing, and we observe these things, we can understand in which mode the person is. Okay, even the food, each person prefers is of three kinds. So whatever we are eating are of three kinds according to the three modes of material nature. Now the same is true for sacrifice, austerity, and charity. Now here of the distinction, now here of the distinction between them. So food is divided into three modes: austerity, charity, sacrifice. Everything is divided, and we know after reading this chapter, we'll observe the person. We'll observe what type of austerity, sacrifice, charity, and what type of food he is eating, and we can tell which type of, in which mode the person is. Okay, so we can make out the mode of faith of a person by looking at these things. So Krishna will going to describe about these things. Okay. Austerity should be there. Austerity, sacrifice, charity should be there. Okay. So let's see. So identifying mode of faith by observing the activity of eating, sacrifice, austerity, and charity. When we observe this activity of any person, we can make out in which mode he is. If he is wise or he is foolish. Okay. So who is wise? Those who know and discriminate based on these activities. They can discriminate. Foolish, those who consider all kind of food, sacrifice, etc. to be same and does not discriminate. Okay. So wise and foolish is there. So now we are going to see food in the mode. Okay, food, very important topic, food. One slide and everything is finished in this slide. So let's read. Food in the mode of goodness increases the duration of life, purify one's existence, give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such nourishing food are sweet, juicy, fattening, and palatable. So these are food, quality of food in the mode of goodness. Food that is too bitter, too sour, salty, pungent, dry, and hot are liked by the people in the mode of passion. So these are the food in the mode of passion. Such food causes pain, distress, and disease. Food cooked more than 3 hours before being eaten, which is tasteless, stale, putrid, decomposed, unclean, is food likened by the people in the mode of ignorance. So 3 kinds of food are mentioned. Let's discuss one by one. So first, we are going to discuss the food which is in the mode of goodness. The food in the mode of goodness increases the duration of life. Okay, when we eat this kind of food, our duration of life increases. Purify one's existence. Purification. Okay, our aim of this human life is purification. Our thought, our desire should be purified. Our desire should be pure enough to follow the Shastra, the last chapter. Okay. Okay, so purification of one existence. With contamination, we cannot go anywhere. Okay, we cannot go not anywhere. We cannot go the Supreme Lord's place. Okay, with contamination. So our thoughts should be purified. How we can purify our thought? How we can purify our desire, our existence? By eating the food in the mode of sattvic. Okay, sattvic food. Then that causes purification of one's existence, gives a strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction is there. Such nourishing food are sweet, juicy, fattening, and palatable. Okay, so that is very tasty, juicy foods. Okay, sweet foods. Fattening means the fat which is obtained, that is the ghee we obtain from the milk. Okay, the slaughtering the animal also people are obtaining the fat. That is not the fat it is being talked here. Okay, sweet, juicy fruits are there. So many fruits, vegetables are there. Sweet, juicy, fattening, and palatable things are there. And if you eat these things, it will increase the duration of life, purification, strength, health, happiness, satisfaction. These things are there. You see this food. Okay, so nicely prepared, so nicely arranged. Okay, annam, pappu, okay, vegetables, fruits, vegetables, different kinds of curries. Okay, then payasam, or kheer, puri, papad, many good things. So these foods are there. These are in the mode of goodness. Increase the duration, purification of one existence, strength, health, happiness, satisfaction, juicy, fattening, juicy, sweet, fattening, and palatable. Okay, so these are food in the mode of goodness. Now the food in the mode of passion. Food that are too bitter, too sour, salty, pungent, dry, and hot are liked by the people in the mode of passion. Mode of passion food are too bitter. So much salt is there, so much spices are there, so much that is called pungent. Okay, so much pungent is there. Okay, or so chili, full of masala. These things burning. When you eat that, it will burn. Okay, like that. So food that are too bitter, too sour, salty, pungent, dry, and hot are liked by the people in the mode of passion. Okay, such food causes pain, distress, and disease. In the mode of passion, these foods comes in the mode of passion, and if you are eating these foods, it will cause pain, distress, and disease. Okay, so pain, distress, and disease. These things are there. No health. Forget about health. It is causing the disease. distress and pain. This is causing the pain, distress, and disease. Not good. Okay, obviously not good. We are taking food to get ourselves nourished, and it is causing pain, distress, and disease. So that is called the second type of food in the mode of passion. This food is also in the mode of goodness. See the juicy food. Okay, so paisam is there. Very nice. These foods. This food burning. Okay, full of burning. These food in the mode of passion. So this is the food in the mode of passion. Burning chili is there, like chili we are putting in the tongue. Okay. So these are food in the mode of passion, not good for eating. It will cause pain, distress, and disease. See this extra flaming, hot, crunchy, catching words. But these are all distress, pain, disease. These are the word actually. Flaming, hot, crunchy, extra crunch. These are actually extra pain, extra distress, extra disease. These are actual things. Okay. Now we are going to see food in the mode of tamogun. Food cooked more than 3 hours before being eaten, which is tasteless, stale, putrid, decomposed, and unclean, is the food liked by the people in the mode of ignorance. The food which is not a food now, decomposed. Okay, bacteria are there, different types of worms are there. Okay, more than 3 hours before being eaten, now the food is getting converted into poisonous substances. Okay, so food cooked more than 3 hours before being eaten, which is tasteless, stale, putrid, decomposed, and unclean. Such food is liked by the people in the mode of ignorance. You see this kind of food? Okay, what is there? So you see the worms. Worms are there, live worms. Okay, so actually these kind of food are putrid food. Putrid food, decomposed, putrid food. So these are the food likened by the people in the mode of tamagun. You see, putrid food. Okay, so these are the food. So actually, the food in the mode of goodness we should eat. Mode of passion we should avoid. Actually, those are also food we can eat, but those will cause distress, misery, and disease. So we should avoid that. Okay, and tamoguni food we should not even touch. Okay, and that we are eating. Non-vegetarian food will come in the mode of tamogun. Killing an animal and eating is the biggest sin a person is doing. Okay, very big sin. Okay, we are stopping the progress of any animal. Very big sin it is. Okay, and a person who is doing this sin, the progression in the spiritual life is very difficult. Okay, so we should avoid eating, killing an animal and eating. Okay, so that is the biggest. Alcohol, smoking also comes in the mode of tamogun. Not touchable. These things are not touchable. Animals, not killing an animal, eating, not touchable also. The food that is even not touchable. Cigarette, alcohol, not touchable. Okay. People are eating and they're degrading their mind, their consciousness. How can they can progress in the spiritual path? Okay. So that is the thing. So many things are there, many questions people ask based on the food. Okay, like many people ask the onion garlic. What is the problem with onion garlic? You people have problem with everything. Okay, I can understand the non-veg, I can understand alcohol, I can understand the cigarette. What problem do you have with onion and garlic? They are also vegetables. They have medicinal properties. Okay, so you will find this type of argument people are giving. Okay, so yes, they are vegetables. Yes, they are natural thing. Yes, they are not non-veg. Okay, but still we should avoid that. Why? Because they are in the mode of tamogun and rajogun. Okay, so actually the onion and garlic will increase your sexual desire more. Your sexual desire is increased when we eat onion and garlic. Okay, and actually a person is so much lusty. We are so much lusty. Okay, and we are eating onion and garlic and we are increasing our lust. Okay, nice. This. So even without onion and garlic, a person is so much lusty. With onion and garlic, how much lusty a person can become? Okay, so we should avoid the onion and garlic. We should follow the Vaidhi sadhana bhakti and we should purify ourselves. Okay, so that is the thing. So onion and garlic comes under the mode of ignorance, tamogun and rajogun, the passion and ignorance, because it increases our sexual desires. And the strongest attachment you see of a person in this material world is sexual desires. Strongest attachment. And what we are fueling, when we are eating onion garlic, we are fueling those desires. We are increasing those desires. Okay. And that is not desirable. Yes. In the spiritual path. That's why we should avoid the onion and garlic. Okay. So that is the thing. So in the initial stage, maybe it is difficult to avoid the onion and garlic, but we should sincerely pray to Krishna. Okay. But animal-based food, that is the killing an animal and eating, that is very dangerous for spiritual health, as well as any, you say, your future. Okay, why to accumulate so many bad karma? Okay, why to accumulate those so many kinds of bad karma? Okay, we should not accumulate, and it is very difficult to progress in the spiritual path. But see, in initial stage it is difficult. In level 1 it is difficult, but in level 2, when we are associating with the devotees so many times, we are reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Okay, so many days association is there. Now we have faith in Krishna, so now we should pray to Krishna. These foods I don't want. These things are actually very addictive. A person, when addicted, it is difficult to leave these things. Okay, with the spiritual strength we can leave, so we don't have to like endeavor too much. No, I don't. So sincerely we should pray to Krishna. I want to leave these things. Okay, and take a decision. Take any Ekadasi days. You can start doing, and these things are very natural. Leaving these things in Krishna consciousness is very natural. I have seen many examples. We can easily leave these things. So one should have sincere pray to Krishna that I want to leave these things. I want to take the food in the mode of Sattvagun, food, who is Krishna Prasadam. Okay, those things. Sincerely pray, Krishna will listen like that. But actually, we should know that these things are not good. Tamoguni food, Rajoguni food, not good. Okay. One more question people ask, what about the tea and coffee? You people avoid tea and coffee. Okay, tea and coffee is my life. I cannot leave tea and coffee. Actually, the person is addicted to tea and coffee. That is also addicting. The caffeine is there. That is also a brother of theophylline and the nicotine. Caffeine is brother of nicotine, theophylline, which is found in the tobacco. Okay, so that is also intoxicating, and little amount people are taking, and they are now addicted. So if you tell them, okay, these are not good, what is the problem? Okay, tea and coffee, everyone is drinking. So the thing is, people should know this, that these are addicting. These things are addicting and not required. So we should avoid these things. Okay. So that was the food part. If you have any question related to food, we'll take at the end. So let's see. Let's move forward. Of sacrifices, that sacrifice perform according to duty and to scriptural rules, and with no expectation of rewards, is of that of nature of goodness. So now we are going to see the sacrifices. Food we have seen, the sacrifice. So sacrifice perform out of duty. Okay. And according to the scriptural rules and regulations, and without any expectation of rewards, that is in the mode of goodness. So that we have seen. Now we are going to see this one. Okay. So is of nature of goodness. Okay. So let's see. Sacrifice advised in Kali Yuga. Many sacrifices are there, but in Kali Yuga, okay, Kali Yuga people are so degraded. They cannot do austerity, and the degradation level is very high. Sat Yuga, degradation level is very less and austerity level very high. Yes. So in Kali Yuga, Sat Yuga, the austerity level is very high. People can perform very much austerity, and their contamination or their degradation level is very less. In in the second, that is the Treta Yuga, the degradation level increases little bit more, but austerity decreases little less. In Dwapar Yuga, the austerity level little less, and the degradation is little more. But in Kali Yuga, so much degradation is there and no austerity. No austerity. So the the medicine which we want in Kali Yuga is, it should be very powerful medicine, and it can be done very easily. Okay, and that medicine given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sankirtan Mahayagya. okay, or chanting the holy name. Very much powerful, and and other austerity persons can't do in Kali Yuga. So this austerity can be done in uh, in uh, in Kali Yuga. Okay, and we are very blessed that we have the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with us, and we are taking the Lord's name regularly. Okay, so that is enough for purification of a person. Okay, the chanting of the holy name is enough for the purification of the person. So you see sacrifices in the mode of goodness. So we are going to see sacrifices according to the direction of the scriptures. No mental speculation, performed as only as a matter of duty. If in the mode of passion is there, they will perform for fruitive return. In the mode of ignorance, due to ignorance, they will perform. Okay, so that is the thing. So perform as a matter of duty. Example: to go to church, temple as a duty, and not for economic benefit. We are going to temple and church as a duty. Okay, even it should be like duty. Every Sunday we'll go to temple. Okay. Daily we are attending the classes. So these things should be in your duty, as a duty. Duty of every civilized man to obey scriptural injunctions, to offer respect to Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, these are every civilized man, a person who is civilized, they should be obeying the scriptural injunctions, offer the respect to Supreme Personality of Godhead. Desires no reward, without any expectation of reward. General tendency is to offer with a purpose in mind. So we go to temple with a purpose in mind. I wanted 10 crore property. Okay, so I will go to temple. I will pray to Lord. I am endeavoring so much, every direction I am endeavoring. Let's go, try this way also. Let's see if it works or not. So we'll go to temple, pray to Lord. Okay, I'm giving you 2 rupees coin. I want 10 crore property. Okay, please God, help me, God, help me. I'm very helpless. Like that. So desire with, so general tendency is to offer with purpose in mind. People go, okay, like that, but that is not the actual sacrifice. According to the direction of scriptures, it should be performed as a matter of duty and desires no rewards. Okay, so that is in the mode of goodness. Now we are going to see in the passion. But that sacrifice performed of some material end or benefit, or performed ostentatiously out of pride, is of nature of passion, O chief of Bharata. We want something in return out of giving the sacrifice, after doing the sacrifice, like netas are there. Okay, leaders, netas, or what they will do? They will do austerity. Okay, Amaran Ansan, no food. Okay, we are doing. Why? Because some demands are there. Demands will be fulfilled. Okay, for that, if it is done, that is not in the mode of goodness. That is in the mode of passion, because we want something in the return, not out of duty, with something material in our mind. Okay, so what sacrifices for some material end or benefit are performed ostensibly out of pride, is of nature of passion, O son of Bharata. So that is in the mode of passion, like netas are doing. Okay, for the sake of pride. Some people doing sacrifice for going to heavenly kingdom. I want Swargaloka. Okay, so for Swargaloka, some people will do. Okay, so some people do some Sukh Sampati. I want Sukh Sampati in my home. Okay, some Sukh Sampati ghar aave, Kashtamite Tanka. Okay, so if these things are there, they are something we want material in the return. So that is called sacrifice we are performing, but we are not performing it pure heart. We are performing it for our material benefit. That comes in the mode of passion. Okay. Now the sacrifices which is performed out of ignorance. So, and that sacrifice performed in defiance of a scriptural injunction, which is not given in scriptures, in which no spiritual food is distributed. No spiritual food is distributed. No hymns are chanted, with no remuneration are made to the priest, to the Brahmana, and which is faithless. That sacrifice is of nature of ignorance. So these are the sacrifice in the nature of ignorance. These come into the nature of ignorance. Okay. So actually these are demoniac sacrifices. You see the Ravan is cutting the head and offering to Lord. So many heads. Okay. This kind of sacrifice the persons are doing. The person used to do Ravan. Demoniac sacrifice. So now we are going to see, so sacrifices we have seen in the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. Passion, goodness, they will do out of their duty without no return. No return they want, okay, for the supreme cause. So that is called in the mode of goodness. Passion, they will do for themselves, okay. And ignorance, without a scriptural injunction, what is given in the scriptures, leave that, okay. So those things are in the mode of ignorance. So now we are going to see austerity. Austerity, tap. What is tap? So we are going to see the austerity of the body, austerity of the speech, and austerity of the mind. Okay. So three austerity we are going to see: austerity of the body, speech, and mind. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Deva Dvija Guru Prana Pujanam Shaucham Arjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate.
Okay. So the austerity of the body consists of this. So what is the austerity for the body? What is the tapasya for our body? So this body is there and we need to do tapasya. Without tapasya, there is no purification. Without austerity, there is no purification. Austerity is must for a person who is in spiritual path. Without austerity, there is no tapasya. Without austerity, there is no purity. So austerity is must. So what type of austerity we should do? So Krishna is defining the austerity of the body, mind, and speech in these three slokas. Okay. So first is the austerity for the body. What we should do? So there are five points in every three. The austerity for the body, 5 points are there. Austerity for the speech, 5 points are there, and austerity for the mind, 5 points are there. So austerity for body, mind, and speech. So we'll see that. So austerity of body consists of worshipping the Supreme Lord, Brahmana, spiritual master, and superiors like father and mother. That is austerity for the body. Then cleanliness, violence. So we'll see one by one, then we'll see collectively. Okay. So these are the austerity for the body. Now the austerity for the speech.
Anudvegakaram Vakyam Satyam Priyam Hitam Chayat Swadhyaya Vyasanam Chaiva Vanmayam Tapa Uchyate.
Satyam Priya Hitam. So how we should speak, our speech, how our speech should be. The austerity of speech consists in speaking truthfully, Satyam, beneficially, and avoiding speech that offend. Beneficially, it should be beneficially. We should be speaking truthfully, beneficially, and avoiding speech that offends. One should also recite the Vedas regularly. So these are the austerity for the speech. And austerity for the mind. The serenity, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purity of thoughts are the austerity for the mind. So these are the austerity for the mind. So these are the three austerities are there. So let's see all one by one, 5 points in everyone. Okay. So the austerities for the body we are going to see now. Speech and mind. So first, body. So first is worship of the Supreme Lord, Brahmana, spiritual master, and superiors like father and mother. For our body, austerity should be worship. So first is worship, worshipping the superiors like Supreme Lord, Brahmana, spiritual master, superiors like father and mother. So these are the worship. Second is cleanliness. Cleanliness of the body is there. So body we should keep clean. This body is like a gift. Okay. So many bodies we had previously, so many bodies, and after that we have got this human body, and this body is meant for sense, for spiritual benefit, not for the sense gratification. Okay. So cleanliness is there. So we should be keeping this body clean. We should be taking care of this body so that we can perform the austerity. Okay, for the speech and mind. Okay, so that is the thing. Spiritual realization, when your body is healthy, when we are fit, we can easily perform. Okay, so the cleanliness, simplicity, not depending on too much things. Okay, simplicity, simple things we should follow. Like simplicity is mentioned. Okay. Simplicity, then celibacy and non-violence. So these are the austerity for the body. 5 points: worship, cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence. Now, speech is speaking truthful words. The words which we are speaking, they should be truthful. Okay, pleasing. it should be pleasing to others. When they hear, it should be pleasing. Okay, we are speaking truthfully, but it should be pleasing also. Beneficial. Okay, our words can make people in Krishna consciousness, can take them, they can take this path of Krishna consciousness according to that. Okay, our words. Okay, so it should be beneficial. Daily we have so many, I mean, full day we are speaking, so many words, speaking, and there is no benefit. The person who is listening, there is no benefit. Okay, what is the use of speaking so much? The austerity for the speech is to speak the things which is beneficial to others, not agitating to others. It should not agitate the others, and also regularly reciting the Vedic literature. Okay, so these are the austerity for the speech. Then comes the mind, gravity in the thoughts. Our thoughts should not be superficial. Our thought should be our thoughts should have gravity. Okay, so that is called the austerity of the mind, gravity. Avoid the sense gratification. Our thoughts our mind should not be engaged in the sense gratification only. Spiritual realization. Our thoughts should have a spiritual realization, concept of spiritual realization. That is called austerity in thought. Satisfaction. Okay. Many people they think that satisfaction is only in the sense gratification. So keeping the mind austere means keeping the mind away from sense gratification. That is satisfaction without sense gratification. So that is the austerity for the mind. Simplicity. Okay. Simplicity means simple. It should be simple without duplicacy. Okay. Duplicity means speaking something, doing something. Okay. Always mind engaged. Okay. He will speak something, he will do something other. Okay. So that is we should avoid that. That is called simplicity, self-control, and purification of one's existence. So these are the 5 points for the mind. So body, speech, and mind. These are the 5 points. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Shraddhaya paraya taptam tapastat trividham naraihi apalakankshibiryuktaihi satvikam parichakshate. Hare Krishna.
So the austerity which we have seen, the body, mind, and speech, the threefold, these are called threefold austerity. This threefold austerity practiced by men whose aim is not to benefit themselves materially, but to please the supreme is of nature of goodness. So austerity done for the Lord, keeping the Lord in the mind, that is called in the mode of goodness. Vrindavan Parikarma. Okay. Mayapur Parikarma is going on. You see, Mayapur Parikarma, people are or from all over the world, they are coming to Mayapur now this month. Okay. This is called Gaur Purnima month. So people are coming and Mayapur Parikarma they are doing. So that is one austerity. Govardhan Parikarma people are doing. Vrindavan Parikarma. So Parikarma they are doing. Okay. So these are austerity for the body. We are doing it not for material benefit, but the spiritual benefit. Okay. Done for the supreme.
Hare Krishna. Satkara mana pujatam tapodham dena chaivayat kriyate tadiha proktam rajasam chalam adhruvam. Hare Krishna.
Those ostentatious penances and austerity which are performed in order to gain respect, honor, and reverence are said to be in the mode of passion. They are neither stable nor permanent. So mode of passion, people, they are doing the austerity of the body, mind, and speech, but they are doing it for the gaining of the respect, honor, and reverence. Okay, something in return, material return if you want. So that austerity, like the austerity the people are doing, like they're fasting. The netas are fasting. Okay, why? Because they want something in return. That can be called as austerity for the material gains. Okay, so these are not stable, not permanent, because these are material. That's why it is not stable, not permanent.
Hare Krishna. Muda grahena tatmana yat vidaya kriyate tapaha paratyotsadhanartham va tattamasam udhakritam.
But those penances and austerity which are performed foolishly by means of obstinate self-torture or to destroy or injure others are said to be in the mode of ignorance. Foolishly, these few words are there in the austerity for the ignorant people. They will be doing foolishly. Hiranyakashipu is there in the example. You see the austerity is performing, so much austerity is performing of the body, mind and speech. Actually the body. Okay, so much austerity he is performing. Why? Foolishly. By the mean of obstinate self-torture or to destroy or injure other. So three things. Foolishly, obstinate self-torture, he's doing with self-torture and with the mind of destroying and injuring other, like Hiranyakashipu is doing to get the boon of mortality from the Brahma. Immortality, I become immortal, then I will torture the Devatas and all. Okay, so that is called in the mode of ignorance. To destroy or injure other, that is called austerity. We are performing to destroy and injure others. Okay, so that was the austerity in the mode of ignorance. So three austerity. So body, mind, and speech austerity we have seen first. Goodness, passion, ignorance, how they are divided we have seen. So now we are coming to the charity. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Tatvayam iti yadhanam diyate nupakarine desha kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smritam.
So which dan is called the sattvic dan? Desha, kal, and patra. Three things which are looking at the three things, and it should be done as a duty. So that gift which is given out of duty, that charity which is given out of duty, at proper time and place to a worthy person and without expectation of return, is considered to be charity in the mode of goodness. Okay. So it should be out of duty at proper time and place. Proper time and place means sometimes people they give charity at the time of Ekadashi, okay, lunar eclipse, those things, okay. To proper place, at a place of pilgrimage, okay, or to a temple, proper worthy person, to a qualified Brahmana, okay, or a Vaishnava qualified, okay, without expectation of return. I don't want any return, like that. It's considered to be the charity in the mode of goodness, out of duty. Okay, it is the duty of Grihastha to give charity. That is duty. That is our duty. Okay, so to give charity for the best charity is give the charity for the propagation of Krishna consciousness. People are engaged, like Namanishta Das Prabhu is engaged. Okay, his only purpose in life is to preach Krishna conscious movement. Okay, so that is the thing. So, and we can give charity according to that. So we can give charity to Namanishta Das Prabhu, proper place, proper time, proper person. Okay, proper cause is also proper, and with the matter of duty. That is our duty. Okay, every person should have this consciousness that giving charity is our duty. It is not like okay, we are giving the charity, we are a very great person that we are giving the charity. No, it is not like that. Charity is for our purification. If you don't give charity, other people are there who will give. Okay, it is like that. So the thing is, charity is for our purification. We give charity. That this thing is very subtle that people don't consider these things. Okay, that charity which we are giving, it is for our purification. It is not to gain something in return. Okay, it is for our purification. Otherwise, we are so much materially in the. Otherwise, people have so much. Think about it. That so much money they have, but still they are so much attached. There's no end of attachment to the money. Even a person is earning 50 lakhs per month, he will be so much attached, he wants 1 crore per month. Okay, so there is no end of that. Okay, so attachment to the money, there is no end. So the thing is, we should be detach ourselves from the money, and best way is to give charity. That's why it is called with the as a matter of duty. We should be giving charity as a matter of duty. That comes in the mode of goodness. Okay, charity in the mode of goodness. Charity in the goodness is as a duty given out of duty without expectation of return at proper time and person, like Vaishnava or a qualified Vaishnava or a Brahmana, okay, and for the proper cause to a worthy person. Okay, so the Namanishta Das Prabhu is building one temple, so we have nice opportunity to donate and give charity. That will come in the mode of goodness, okay, without grudging mood. Okay, so let's see in the mode of passion how mode of passion works. Okay,
Yattu pratyupakaratam phalam uddishya va punaha diyate cha pariklishtam taddanam rajasamsmritam.
so but charity performed with expectation of some return. We are giving charity and we are expecting some return, or with a desire for fruitive result, fruitive result, or in grudging mood. We don't want to give charity. Someone is forcing us to give the charity. It's said to be in the charity in the mode of goodness, passion. We are giving the charity and later we are repenting. Why we have given the charity? We should not have given, like that. So that is called in the grudging mood. Someone is forcing, like superiors are forcing, boss is forcing me to give charity in his wife's NGO. He's forcing me. So that is the charity in the mode of passion, not out of a duty. And later we are repenting why we have given the charity. We should not have given. Okay, so that is the charity in the mode of passion, with expecting some return, and that to material return, that fruitive return. Okay, if this person, you see, this person is giving charity, some food items, and he's taking the picture, he will post in the WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. He will gain some popularity. Yes, very nice, you are doing very nice work, you are always engaged in the charity work. Okay, but actually this person, his aim is to show off, okay, that he is giving the charity. So that is in the mode of passion. So mode of passion, expectation of some return, desire for fruitive result, and in the grudging mood. So these are charity in the mode of passion.
Hare Krishna. Adesha kale yad apatebhyascha dhyate ashatkritam avajnatam tattamasam udahritam.
So tamas, charity. Adesha kale, no days, no proper place, no time. So you see, and charity performed at an improper place and time and given to an unworthy person without respect and with contempt is charity in the mode of ignorance. So charity is in the mode of ignorance also is there. So improper place, okay, somewhere, some place, anywhere, like we are giving some charity for some development which is not good for the society. Okay, like that, many are there. And time, and to be given to an unworthy person, we don't know. So there are many condemned charity also. Okay, many people, they will pose themselves as very poor, and when you give charity, they will go and drink alcohol. Okay, they will be engaged that money which you have given in the some unbeneficial work. Okay, so like that. So unworthy person, we don't know what is good happening with our money, the money which we are giving. So money which we are giving, or any charity we are giving, it should do something good. Okay, and we don't want something back in the return. It should be doing something good, given to an unworthy person without respect and with contempt. It's charity in the mode of ignorance. So these are charities. To see this person, I need money for weed. He is a smoker and he wants money for weed. Okay, if you are giving the money to this person, he is going to buy weed and smoke. That is condemned charity, unworthy person. This is unworthy person. Okay, so we should know what is going to happen with the money. We should have proper knowledge what is going to happen with the money. So charity in ignorance, at improper place, improper time, unworthy person, no proper attention, no proper respect. Okay, proper attention should be there, where the money is going to. Okay, what is happening to our money? So like that. So charity in ignorance. So this person is a drunkard. Okay, he need alcohol. I'll give some charity of alcohol. So this person. Okay, that is ignorance. The conclusion, Om Tat Sat. So now we are going to the conclusion. So till now we have seen the mode which is dictated by the three. The faith which is dictated by the three modes, Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamagun. So now we are going to the mode which is above the three modes, Om Tat Sat. How we can So whether it is faith, charity, or sacrifice or finances, whatever things we have discussed till now, these are actually binding. Whether it is goodness, passion, ignorance, this is binding, unless and until we include Krishna in that. Okay, so we are bound to give the charity, we are bound to perform sacrifices and penances. Okay, we are bound to have faith in this body. Okay, so these things are there, but how to purify ourselves while doing these things? Okay, karma we have to do always. With this body we cannot leave the karma, we have to do the karma. And how to purify ourselves while doing the karma, that's the final section, that is the summary section, section F, the conclusion, Om Tat Sat. So let's see what is O in the Om Tat Sat. From the beginning of creation, the three syllables Om Tat Sat have been used to indicate the supreme absolute truth, Brahman. They were uttered by Brahmanas while chanting Vedic hymns and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the supreme. Om Tat Sat. It was being said by the Brahmana or the realized person before doing any charity, austerity, sacrifice, anything. Okay, why? For the satisfaction of supreme. This the sacrifice, austerity, faith, whatever things are there, we are offering it to Krishna. Okay, like that, for the satisfaction of the supreme. With that mood, Om Tat Sat words were used. So what is the meaning of Om Tat Sat? We are going to see. Thus, the transcendentalists undertake sacrifice, charity, and penance, beginning always with Om to attain the supreme. Om means Krishna, the first goal. So there, Om means the first goal, Tat means the second goal, and Sat means the third goal. So three goals are there. Om, Tat, Sat. Okay. So the Om means the first goal, Tat means the second goal, and the Sat means the third goal. Om, Tat, Sat. So first one is Om. Om means Vishnu or Krishna or Vishnu. So first thing we are doing is Om. Om is representing the Vishnu. Okay. So it is placed at the beginning of Vedic hymns to indicate the supreme goal. Supreme goal is Vishnu. So that is the meaning of Om. Om meaning Vishnu. One should perform sacrifice, penance, and charity with the word Tat. So now we are going to see the Tat. So Om, the first word, Tat is the second word. Okay. So Tat meaning with detached mode. Tat means detached. Okay. So the purpose of such transcendental activity is to get free from the material entanglement. How can we materially detach ourselves? With the purpose that is the word used by the Tat. Okay, so Om means Vishnu. So the supreme goal is Vishnu. Tat is with detached mode. So whatever we are doing, the austerity, sacrifice, charity, that is we are doing with detached mode. Okay, so indicate that we are using the word Tat. Detached work for the sake of liberation. That is called. These activities are done with disregard of material results. Okay, so that is the meaning of Tat. Om means Supreme Lord. Tat means with detached mode. Tat Tvam Asi. Okay, so that is the meaning of Tat. And then comes the Sat. Sat means that is Satya, truth. Okay, truth is the actual truth is Supreme Lord. So whatever we are doing, the objective is Supreme Lord. Objective is Supreme Lord. Objective is devotional service. Okay, so the absolute truth is the objective of devotional sacrifice, and it is indicated by word Sat. Sat means permanent. Okay, so Lord is permanent. So that's why devotional service which you are doing, that is permanent. So that we Sat. Sat. So these work of sacrifice, penance, or charity, or anything true to the absolute nature are performed to please the Supreme Lord, O son of Pritha. Sadeva Samya. Okay, Chandrogya Upanishad. So these words are coming from these Upanishads. Sat means eternal. Activity is done for serving of the Lord, service of the Lord. Reveal the true spiritual nature. In such activity, the performer of action becomes eternal, and activities are aimed at eternal, and the benefit of activities are eternal. Eternal means Sat. Okay, so activities are also eternal. Activities are also Sat. The performer of the action become eternal, and the activities are eternal, and the benefit of activities are also eternal. Means eternal means anything which is connected to the Supreme, anything which is divine, anything which is spiritual, that is eternal. Sat means eternal. Okay, so that is the thing. Om means Vishnu. Tat means with detachment. Sat means we are offering it to we are offering it to Krishna. We are doing it by offering it to Krishna. Okay, so that is the thing. Om Tat Sat. So if Sat is there, there will be Asat also. Okay. Actually, the transcendental sound Omkara, although a combination of three words, O, A, U, and M, okay, has transcendental potency, and one who chant Omkara will very soon realize Omkara and Lord Vishnu to be non-different. So Om is the non-different presentation of Lord only. Om is Vishnu. Om. Okay. So that was the Om Tat Sat part. So there is Asat also. If Sat is there, there will be Asat. So what is that Asat? But sacrifices, austerity and charity performed without faith in the Supreme are impermanent, non-permanent, means Asat. If they are done for the person, for himself, for material benefit, that is Asat. That is not going to last, that is not eternal. They are not permanent. After body is lost, they are lost. Okay. O son of Pritha, regardless of whatever rites are performed, they are called Asat and are useless both in this life and next. If they are done for themselves, they are useless. If they are done for Krishna, that is eternal, that is Sat. Om Tat Sat. So these three words are there. Om Tat Sat. So that is the end of today's chapter. So let's summarize what we have read from verse number 1 to 7. One's mode determines one's activity, faith, and worship in the mode. Okay, so faith is also divided into the three modes. Mode, food in the mode we have seen from 8 to 10, Satoguni food, Rajoguni food, and Tamasic food. Then 11 to 13 we have seen the sacrifices, Satoguni sacrifice, Rajoguni sacrifice, and Tamoguni sacrifice. And from 14 to 19 we have seen the austerity. First we have defined the austerity of the body, first, then we have defined the austerity for the speech, and then for the mind. And 5 points each were there for the body, speech, and mind. And then we have seen the austerity which is there in the goodness, austerity which is there in the mode of passion, and the austerity which is in the mode of tamogun. So that we have seen in the austerity. Then we have seen the charity, 20 to 22, 3 sloka, charity in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Then at last part we have meaning of Sat and then meaning of Asat. So these things we have seen. Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat means what we are doing, it is we are offering to Krishna. It is for purification. Okay. Purification of any work we are doing, any sacrifice, any penance we are doing with the mind attached to Krishna, with the with the intention of serving Krishna, and with the word Om Tat Sat. Okay, so that is the end of today's chapter. So that chapter 17, very small, easy to understand, very nice chapter. Okay. So like that. So last chapter will be 18th chapter. So we have actually finished the chapter in time also. There is even we have 10 minutes left for 8. Okay. So any question is there from previous chapter?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I want to know why Arjuna's name is not in the list of paramparas.
Why Arjuna is not there in parampara? Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, it starts from Brahma, but the chain was broken in between, and then again Krishna spoke to Arjuna. Then why Arjuna's name is not mentioned there?
Vyasdev is there. If you see the parampara, there is Vyasadev in the Brahma Goddess Sampradaya. Okay. So when Krishna spoke directly to Arjuna, it was not written. So the Vyasadev has written the Bhagavad Gita based on inspiration from the Brahmaji. Okay. So that is so Vyasadev is writing that that thing only. Okay. So
Okay,
Arjuna, so indirectly Arjuna is coming in the Brahma Madhva Goddess Sampradaya. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you, Prabhuji. I have another question.
Yes, Mataji.
I want to know the reason behind the word confidential. Like there are many places, even there is a chapter called the confidential knowledge. But when someone reads the book, the Bhagavad Gita, so one gets that knowledge. So why the word confidential is used?
Yes, so I'll explain. So, okay. So first, there are 3 levels of confidentiality. Okay. Though we have the knowledge that thing is confidential, the first knowledge is of the body, that we are not this body, we are actually the soul. Okay. So we have been reading Bhagavad Gita so many days. Okay. We are knowing now that we are not this body, we are soul. Okay. The word meaning we know, but actual meaning. Okay. Are we considering ourselves as soul or not? That is the confidentiality here. That even though we are knowing the meaning, we are not able to understand what is the meaning. That is the confidentiality. Okay. So even though the simplest, the confidential, the first level is confidential. Though we are knowing that we are not this body, we are the soul, but we are behaving like body only. Okay. That's why it is called confidential. The second level is called the more confidential. The second level of confidentiality, that we as a soul, the devotion service in discuss. Okay. That we have to perform the devotional service. That is the second level of confidentiality. Third level, pure devotional service. Okay. So the devotional service should be pure. So though we have this knowledge of everything, but we are not able to perform devotional service or pure devotional service. Okay. So that is there. So that is called the confidentiality. Though we have the book in front of us, open, everyone is there teaching us, but we are not understanding. We are not in the level of understanding. Okay. So that is the thing is there. Okay. So that is called the confidential knowledge.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Any other question is there? Many people ask, this chapter is full of food. Many people favorite part is favorite questions are coming from the food. What we should eat, what we should not eat. Okay. So those things are there. So if you have those questions, you can start putting in the chat box. You can ask. Yes, Mataji, you have any question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, like onion and garlic, they are telling you are not supposed to eat tamasic food, but a family which eats from childhood or from parampara they are eating, it's very difficult to leave on. Now, as a person, I can leave, but I cannot tell the family not to eat. Na Prabhuji, wo kaise ho sakta hai that? How to achieve?
Yes, Mataji. It is difficult to convince the
Yeah,
family members to
the
not to
family
eat.
don't eat
Okay.
non-veg, but they eat onion and garlic.
So thing is of determination. Okay. They are determined to eat onion,
They
garlic.
don't eat non-veg, but onion and garlic are from childhood. They are.
Yes, I
It's
told
normal
you.
thing in the house, like normal
Okay, it's
subject.
okay. In the starting stage, this is okay. Okay, in one go, everything won't happen. When we start a devotional service, in one go, it won't happen. Okay. So we depend on Krishna's mercy. Continuously, we should pray. Okay. From Krishna. So earlier, this will happen with every devotee. It happens. This is the problem of every devotee when we start devotionals, because every householder, in every house, onion and garlic so much prevalent. Okay.
Yes,
So it is difficult. So non-veg, yes, many people are they won't eat non-veg. Many people will eat non-veg. If you deny, okay, I won't eat non-veg, your family member may welcome. Okay, yes, because many people are not eating, they may welcome, but not onion and garlic, it will take time. Okay. So but you should be determined that these things are also not good for our spiritual health. Okay. And when you are determined, your family members also follow. Okay. And from childhood, so that's why it is said that we should cultivate these habits from the childhood only.
Yes,
okay. That the things which are good, which are not good. So as a parent, it's our responsibility to give these things to our kids. Okay. Why? To increase the lusty part of ourselves. Okay. That lusty part, we have the lusty part. Why? To increase those, why? To fuel those things. Okay. So better to keep the mind peaceful, better to keep the mind pure and perform our devotion service. Okay. So it will take time gradually. Okay. So for females, it is very easy.
Yes,
because they are in the home, they are making the food. It is in their hand what they want to feed. Okay. Them other people. Okay. Like that. So many times in starting, there may be problem. Okay. But gradually these things will solve out. Okay. Like that. For female, give at least on one day you make without onion and garlic, offer to Krishna. Without onion garlic, you should offer to Krishna. So offer to Krishna and give them Krishna prasadam. Okay. Like that, fix one day in a week that we will be eating at least one time, that we will be offering to Krishna, then we'll be eating. Okay. Like that. So generally when we have any festival in our home, we are having any festival. Okay. Like many festivals are there, the food won't be having onion and garlic. So people will accept, okay, austerity is being done. Okay, they will accept. So Sunday you can make like that, or any day you can make like that. Okay, one day or one time we'll have without onion and garlic, but it is difficult. What happens now? The people who are regularly eating onion and garlic, and one food you will give without onion and garlic, they will feel, oh, what is this food? Okay, that is the thing. So it will take time. Okay, but pray to Krishna that I want to change. I want
Nowadays,
that
I'm
for my
trying.
family, the attention should be you, Krishna. Yes. So pray to Krishna regularly. Krishna will listen. Okay, and be determined. Okay, the other people are determined. We should also be determined. Okay, we should not be like others are not eating, others are eating. Okay, we'll also eat. Be determined. Okay, they have their perspective that we want to eat. Okay, so we are fixed on that decision. So you should also be determined. You should be fixed in your determination. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Dhanyavad, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I have one question. These three modes of material nature. This is we get this three modes, either of these modes actually as we grow up in the environment. We pick it up from the environment surrounding us, or it is because of our previous life's karmas actually, how we behaved and how we lived that life.
Okay, just one minute. So Prabhuji asked very apt question that the karma, the modes which we acquire are due to our previous karma or are due to our association. The thing is that it is actually due to our previous karma. Okay, previous karma. So the thing is, previous karma is determining many things in our life. But the thing is, the next thing is we can change. We can change our association. We can change our the modes. Okay, previous karmas are there, but actually in the previous karma also we have the choice to be in the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. Okay, so like that. So every time we have two things. One is called the destiny or from the previous karma, and second is called our choices. When we are reading the 16th chapter, we have read that a person who is in demoniac nature, that starts from the womb only, from the previous karma only. That is called abhijatasya. Okay, that is called abhijatasya. That is called divine. The demoniac quality develops from the child from the abhijatasya stage. That is they comes from the previous karma. That is one thing. So every time we have two things. Okay, that is called the destiny or the karma which we have done previously, and the second is the free will. Okay, free will. So every time we have free will, with whom, what mode we want. Okay, and according to that we can change. So two things are there. Okay, so both things are active. They are according to the previous karma as well as our association with which mode we are associating. Actually, with things we are associating, that is dependent on our karma. Okay, but what we want, that is also important. Okay, so that is the thing. Two things are there. Every time there is two things. Okay, so I'll give you one example which regularly I give, that you are traveling in a aeroplane. Okay, you have boarded that plane. So you have boarded the plane for Delhi. You will reach Delhi. That is your destiny. You have already done the train to Delhi. Okay, so there is time gap like 2 hour, 3 hour duration of the flight. Okay, so what you are doing at the time, that is your choices. Okay, you can read Bhagavad Gita, you can read Bhagavatam, you can read any other books. Okay, we can read, we can see the lectures by the devotees, or we can see any movie. What we are doing, that is dependent on our choices. Okay, so there are two things always. One is destiny, one is choices. Okay, choices we make with the destiny. Okay, so that is the thing. So always there will be two things: the destiny and the karma, which are destiny and the choices. Two things. Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yes,
It's a good reply. Just I was expecting this type of answer only, because in the childhood, actually, what we have seen that where we have grown up, there are all types of people around there, but some were very good and some were very also rusty. So I feel that it's the same environment, different types of people are emanating actually. So it must be karma actually, something like that for the previous birth, what we have been, these demonic things. That's clear. Thank you.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Okay, do we have any question from the devotees? Okay, level 2. Mataji, you are asking for level 2. Where we see?
Prabhuji, Abhi, with the next class, the level 2 will get over, and when will the level 3 will start, Prabhuji? How they will select for level 3? What is the procedure for selecting level 3, Prabhuji?
So basic requirements are there. Okay, the chanting, 4 rounds of chanting will be there. Okay, so if you're chanting 4 rounds, level 2 you should have finished. You should have the certificate for level 2. Okay, and preferably non-vegetarian food you should avoid. Okay, those things, few things are there. So they will tell you in the group. So these are the prerequisite. I hope everyone is following these things because I'm regularly taking these points in our discussion, that we should be not eating non-vegetarian food. These are not good for our spiritual health. Okay, and then tea, coffee we should avoid, but it is in early stages, it may be difficult. Okay, so tea, coffee we should be avoiding. Okay, that is not good. That is also addicting. The only thing the person, these all things, whether the alcohol, smoking, non-vegetarian food, tea, coffee, these all are addicting. Okay, and it is a little bit difficult for a person to live. They will give different arguments for eating. Okay, so it is difficult. Yes, we understand it is difficult. So with spiritual understanding, we can leave these things very easily. Okay,
Prabhuji,
that
in
is the thing.
ASD, we will be learning Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam or something else.
Level
Prabhuji.
3, level 3.
Yes. What
So
we
level 3, there will be different books. Nectar of
different-
Instructions will be there. Nectar of Devotion will be there. Ishopanishad will be there.
Okay.
So these books will lead. These books are very important. Okay, law books. These are called law books. Nectar of Instruction is called law book of ISKCON. Nectar of Devotion, how a devotee should be. Okay, and Ishopanishad, very important. Okay, so these things we are going to see, the mainly 3 books: Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, and Ishopanishad. We are going to see these 3 books in the level 3. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, Chitra Mataji, you are saying anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. No, I had the same question. Level 3, what we can do.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, the thing is, how much, see, sometimes because I'm working, I don't get, continuous time, Some days are very hectic, some days are like, possible. But how much of time we need to kind of give to this, and see that we are committed, I was just wanting to understand, if you do
How much,
something, I have
Mataji?
to, how much of time, see, commitment is important. Otherwise, getting into something, not doing it is not right. So that is the reason I have not got into it all these days, because I do work, and I don't get like from morning till evening, it is like quite busy. So I was just wanting to, I want to do level 3, but not very sure whether I can give time to, because a lot of reading that one has to also.
These are also, level 3 are also in the weekdays only, Mataji.
Big days, okay?
Weekdays. So it will be dependent on the teacher. Okay, if who is the teacher? Nowadays, Prabhu is appointing for the level 3. Okay, and it will be on weekday mostly. Okay, because the people who are taking the classes of level 3, they will be taking level 1 also. Okay, so these things are there. So it will be like level. It will be like on weekdays, like level 2 is happening, like that only level 3 will be happening. And these 3 books are very important, like Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, and the Ishopanishad. Very important books. Very nicely concepts are given. Okay, so very small books. Nectar of Devotion is little bit thicker. Nectar of Instruction, very small book, only 6 slokas are there. Very important sloka. Okay, and then Ishopanishad are there. I think Ishopanishad also 30-40 slokas are only there. Okay, and that slokas are very important. Okay, so Ishopanishad is actually Upanishad. Isho is Ishwar. Upanishad means Upanishad means keeping ourselves in contact. Upanishad, sitting in front like that. Okay, Upanishad. So Ishopanishad, keeping Krishna in with us like that. Ishopanishad. So these three books are very important, very nice. So so level 3 will be like that. Okay, so that is the thing. So Bhagavad Gita we have read 4th chapter. After reading the Ishopanishad, nectar of instruction, nectar of devotion, and Bhagavad Gita, 4th level will be of that PPTs. Okay, so people how they have understood. So they will make PPT, different PPT. They will be given different assignment to make PPTs. Time will be there. So they will make PPT based on that. Okay, and the 4th level. So you can see the videos on YouTube. So many like ISKCON Mangalore channel. Only 4th level PPTs. How the people are presenting. How the level of their knowledge has developed. What is the change in their knowledge and how nicely they are presenting. Okay, so one person. See, I'm one person. If I'm taking so many topics and all. Okay, and if one person is taking one topic only. That is devotees, which we have been training for so many days. They have been taking only one chapter or only one topic, like mind and sense control, how these things are happening, and they will be presenting so nicely. This is very nice to see the presentation of level 4. Okay, so these things will be there. Then Bhagavad Gita will be reading in deeper level. Okay, so those things will be there in level 4. Then level 5. Level 5 will be the Bhakti Sastri. Okay, after passing that, you will have the degree of Bhakti Sastri. Okay, that is directly from Mayapur Institute. Okay, so it is very nice to
So
gradually
Diksha,
progress.
when do you get Diksha?
Diksha, see, Mataji, Diksha is a different thing. Okay, these are the degrees, and Diksha is these levels are for preparing yourself for the Diksha. Okay, these levels are so. Diksha is to prepare. Diksha means you should be knowing what is the aim of this life. Okay, Diksha means surrendering, being a disciple. Disciple means a guru will discipline you. Okay, that is the meaning of disciple. Becoming a disciple. Diksha means getting a guru and accepting him as a spiritual master, and whatever instruction he will give you, we have to follow like that. Okay, and the instruction will be for our spiritual progress. Okay, as well as our material. Okay, it is not like the spiritual master is there, he will only give the instruction which is spiritual. No, he will make our spiritual life, material life is spiritual. How? That is the spiritual master will think. Okay, like that. So it is a duty, spiritual master duty to take back the student or his disciple to Goloka. Okay, so we are endeavoring on our own now when we are not a disciple, but when we accept a guru. Okay, so the duty of disciple is to whatever guru says he has to follow, and the duty of the guru is to take back the person to Krishna Loka. Okay, so it is as simple as that. Guru will tell and we'll follow, and Guru will take us to the spiritual to the spiritual Loka. Okay, so that is the thing. So when we accept a guru, that means we are fully surrendered to a guru. Whatever instruction is there, we'll have to full-heartedly we have to follow. Okay, and our aim of life is to go back to Goloka, and that is the aim of life of our guru. He will take us to the Goloka. But thing is, we have to wholeheartedly follow whatever is being said. Okay, so that is the thing. So initiation, these the classes will make you eligible for initiation. Okay, like that. So that will be the yes, Mataji.
You take level 3 class, Prabhuji?
I'm not taking now. So let's see. Actually, level 1, level 2, level 3, how many classes you can take. So let's see what Prabhu decides, whether I should take level 2 or whether I should take level 3. Level 1 is already going. So level 1 will have to, I have to take level 2, level 1 also. So let's see. I don't have too much time to dedicate for the teaching actually. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, but we should be always engaging ourselves in the service. Okay, that should be the mood. Okay, when we do the devotional service, that is also a kind of, when we are taking classes, that is also kind of devotional services. Okay, it will purify. We have to read, we have to take classes, we have to interact with the devotee, the classes, question answers. Okay, we have to read the Bhagavad Gita regularly. These things will be there. So it is a nice experience to understand Bhagavad Gita, to teach these teachings to the other people. Okay, so I hope the devotees who are there in the level 2 with us, okay, who are having the classes, they will also engage themselves in the devotional service, and gradually they will try to serve the devotee. The actual purpose, see, the organization is there. Okay, so we have the book. What is the difficulty in reading the book and performing the devotional service? So that the thing is, organization is there with us. ISKCON is there. Okay, and ISKCON you will find many devotee, and that will give you association. Okay, association is very important, and ISKCON gives us association. Okay, that's why it is very important to perform the devotional service under ISKCON. Okay, because ISKCON will give you the association of the devotee. So very nice devotee you will see. Okay, I'll encourage you to go to Mayapur Dham Parikrama. It is happening now. Go there. So many devotees are coming. So many from all over the world. Mayapur is full. In the every month, the March month or the Gaur Purnima month, the Mayapur will be full. So many all over world devotees will come and do Mayapur Dham Parikrama. You will have the opportunity to meet so many nice devotees. You learn from them. Okay, so every time, whenever there is parikrama happening, whenever Prabhu announce any dham yatra, okay, try to do those things. Okay, associate with the devotees, associate with the people, associate with the Prabhu. Okay, so that will so the ISKCON will give you association. Okay, that's why it is very important to perform the devotional service under certain institution like ISKCON. Okay, so it is very nice that ISKCON is giving association of so many pure devotees. Okay, practical example, we are seeing the devotees who are following the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Without seeing, it is very difficult to understand that it can be followed or not. Yes, it is followable. Yes, it is practical. Everything which is written, that is practical. How will understand that? By seeing the devotees, under the guidance of devotees. Okay, so that is the thing. So you are in the perfect hand, like under the Namaste Prabhu. Okay, and he will guide you gradually. Okay, so level 2, then level 3, level 4, level 5. Please follow the path. Okay, so like that. So don't leave the association. Don't leave the classes. Regularly attend the classes, and Prabhu, it is the responsibility of Prabhu to make you a disciple of certain bona fide guru. Okay, so like that. So actually, when we're reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, we are accepting Srila Prabhupada as our Shiksha Guru. Okay, so Shiksha Guru is our Srila Prabhupada is our first Shiksha Guru, because we are understanding the teachings from his book. Okay, but a living Guru is also important. Okay, who will give us the duties, what we should do? Who will chastise us when we are doing the mistakes? Okay, how so? And both sevas are important. One is called Vapu Seva and one is called Vani Seva. Vani Seva will be there in the books, but Vapu Seva, the Seva of the body. Okay, so how will performing that? So that comes when living Guru is there. So living Guru is very important. Very important. Okay, so that's why we should have living Guru, so that he can chastise when we are doing the mistakes. He can give us instruction what to do according to us. Okay, what is our nature, what is our guna and karma? According to that, he will try to motivate us. He will try to elevate us. He will try to bring us to the platform of Krishna consciousness. Okay, so personalized treatment. That is called personalized treatment. Otherwise, the doctors are everywhere. Okay, but what is the need of going to a certain doctor? Personalized treatment. The doctor will listen you your disease, your symptom, and give you personalized treatment. Okay, so that is the thing. So two gurus are there. One is called Shiksha Guru, one is called Diksha Guru. Shiksha Guru, Srila Prabhupada is our first Shiksha Guru, because we are learning from him. Diksha Guru, from whom we are taking the instructions. Okay, Vani Seva, Vapu Seva, to whom we are doing. That is called Diksha Guru. Okay, so one living Guru is important as a Diksha Guru. So this is the duty of Namaste Prabhu, because you are performing under him. You are doing attending the classes. Okay, try to do some services. Okay, try to do some services, and then it is the responsibility of Prabhuji to give you, to attach you with certain guru. Okay.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Okay. So ISKCON Bangalore, you will find many people like us, me, or any other devotee. They are aspiring from His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Okay, and Namanishdas Prabhu is his disciple. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. So gradually he will attach you. Namanishdas Prabhu will attach you to Guru Maharaj. Okay, so like that. So please keep attending the classes. Okay. So if you have any more question, we'll attend those questions. Otherwise, we'll end the session. Yes, anyone?
One check.
Okay.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Chitra Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Okay, Mataji. So we don't have any questions, so we'll end this session. Thank you,
Yes.
Mataji. Thank you, Prerna Mataji. Thank you, devotees, for
Thank
attending
you,
the classes
Thank
so
you.
nicely.
Hare Krishna.
for
Dandavat Pranam.
wonderful session today.
Dandavat Pranam, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.
Hare
वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो